everybody. I'm Lauren Dalvia. I'm an astrologer and a spiritual teacher here at Bene Mudra. This is an astro update for May 2nd through May 9th, 2021. So what do we have? We have Mercury and Venus in Taurus right now. So the planet of communication and the planet of love and the container with which we hold love and our values and our security are both in an aspect to Pluto and Jupiter. So Pluto is the planet of like major irrefutable death, death, living and dying every day, and transformation. And Jupiter amplifies everything. It's Santa Claus, it's Tony Soprano, it's bigness. So that is a mix of smooth intensity and big increases. So both of those planets are in Taurus, Mercury and Venus. Both of them are moving into Gemini. So communication and the Venus themed issues like love, money, and self-esteem are going to lighten up, but also increase in complexity as multiple layers are exposed. And then we also have much later in the month, but we're in the run up to it now. We're getting into the shadow of it. We have Mercury retrograde in Gemini on May 29th. So all the reports and all the stuff for everybody is kind of like that's in the background. So I'm just letting people know right now. I'm just going to give everybody a little hit for each sign. Aries, we have Saturn squaring the sun. Okay. And so that's the planet of like restriction and order and rules in a square. So it's a tense aspect and it's in your area of personal resources. So it's reminding you of social limits and rules that define money and security. And then you also have aspects to Venus in your area of personal resources. This increases confidence, encourages you to indulge. Professional and social issues can work in your favor, but there are also some financial gifts. You just also want to watch the spending right now, Aries. In some cases, you can experience tension between your values versus social ideals, which can result in exaggeration of what you want or feel you deserve. So Venus is going to move into your area of communication. Favorable choices can increase along with like friendliness, flirtation, messages that are flirty, but not everything will have staying power. So just bear that in mind. Taurus, you have Saturn squaring the sun in your sign. That's increased professional responsibility and authority, also increased pressure to succeed. Also, you have aspects to Mercury in your sign giving words power and influence. So wisdom, conviction, gift of an effective sales pitch. This can be yours. There can also be some really good news about legal or professional matters. You just want to watch for a tendency to overpromise and underdeliver. Mercury is going to enter your area of personal resources, and that can have you looking at different sources of income and new ways to communicate what's valuable to you. It's very good for lucrative innovation. Gemini, so aspects to Mercury are in your hidden area. This can confirm intuitive prompts, encouraging you to speak out about a secret while enabling deeper investigation. Financial matters or issues involving travel, education, the law, publishing, that all of that might be featured. You want to make sure that you're 100% clear on what you're hearing or seeing, because some facts might be distorted. However, once Mercury enters your sign later on in the week, there should be full clarity. It just might be best to wait before you speak out till later in the week. Mercury is going to be in your sign, as I said, retrograde at the end of the month. So that's going to bring in the process to review everything that's happening right now. Saturn is square your sun. And this can be a hard reality check as rules involving education, travel, broadcasting, the law, publishing. It can impinge on certain dreams, but on the plus side, any of these realities can help you define what's vague or unproven. You also have aspects to Venus in your hidden sector. This can intensify a secret attraction or deepen a private desire. In some cases, intimacy with a trusted partner can improve as old limits and new goals are explored. So there's a risk of getting caught up in a beautiful but false ideal. So Venus is going to enter your sign. What was secret will be exposed. This may or may not be positive depending on what you do with this extra attention. Also, Venus is going to bring you, it helps you attract what's based on your natural gifts. So for Gemini, that's wit, charm, flexibility, curiosity. Cancer. You have Mercury in your social area. This gives public voice, your public voice, resonance and conviction. It's excellent for all connections, group, one-on-one, platonic, romantic. So make sure you're going to make an impact with enthusiasm and powerful insights. So you just want to make sure that you're really like mindful, because what you say is really heard right now. So you just want to use caution if you're revealing personal information or allowing repressed issues to fuel your energy. You just don't want to end up saying more than you mean. Also, Mercury is going to move in its retrograde back into your hidden area as well, like later on. So that can be a time when you pull back and rethink certain statements or revive your opinions in private. Saturn is square to the sun in your social sector. That defines public image, purpose via background fears, via limits, via boundaries, certain responsibilities, including financial issues. They could weigh on you, but don't ignore the rules just because they're not obvious. You want to pray and meditate and really be tuned in. You also have aspects to Venus in your social sector. This can boost your popularity and your charm and your magnetism. Leo, Mercury is in your career area. That is suggesting successful conversations with management, just like convincing, like it's a great time for a public launch, compelling plans for your professional future. Partners or competitors can be especially motivating at this time. They can encourage or push you to say more. You just want to watch out for unbalanced statements or promises you can't deliver on. So just don't allow someone else's ideals to dominate your thinking. Mercury is entering your area of social stuff. So you want to you'll be focusing on different layers of public connections and friendships. How you communicate with the collective, this is going to become increasingly more important. The harsh, it's harsh for everyone. The harsh Saturn squaring the sun aspect that's in your career sector. So that's suggesting that partner or communications goals or commitments can add pressure, but it can also encourage you to apply discipline and focus while defining your professional image. And then Venus is in your career sector as well. So this can up your charm, your ability to sell, and relationships with those in authority. So that's really nice. Virgo. Mercury is in your opportunities area. This presents good news, powerful lessons in the areas of publishing, broadcasting, travel, foreign matters, legal matters. Also good for reaching a wider audience and disseminating your knowledge. Just keep an eye out for tendencies to spout big ideas, big ideals, and beliefs that aren't totally realistic. You could end up sermonizing, so just don't alienate your audience. Saturn is square to the sun in your area of opportunities. This is work or health limits that remind you that you can only go too far in the areas of travel, broadcasting, publishing, legal matters, foreign matters. Certain things cannot be rushed, or more work may be needed to achieve distant goals. So where have you been slacking off? And then you also have Venus in your area of opportunities. So that presents intriguing development, good luck, and fated connections in those same areas of long distance romance, travel, foreign matters, legal matters, publishing, etc. Your faith can be restored and hopes can increase, but just maintain your perspective. What's promising can be undone if you ignore the necessary work. Libra, Mercury is in your area of shared resources. So this adds depth to conversations and research. This is involving shared finances, intimacy, psychological matters. So you can discover more and say more, although some of what's revealed may be overwhelming. Mercury is moving into your opportunity area. This lightens things up if you can look to the future and explore various choices in the areas of travel, publishing, legal matters, broadcasting, foreign matters. Unexpected messages can open your eyes to new facts. And then you have the Saturn and the sun squaring each other, the tense aspect in your area of shared resources. This indicates pressure from debts, barriers to intimate relationships, or fears of loss and getting close. You also have Venus in your area of shared resources. This pumps up your desire to share more while intensifying healing, deep sense of happiness, love. Certain issues from family history can be dissolved. However, increase expectations about what another can offer or what you want on a deeper level. This can trigger neediness, overspending, jealousy. When you get the urge to push past certain limits, just pause and consider the outcome. Scorpio, aspects to Mercury is in your area of relationships. So this is communication. This suggests fruitful one-on-one communication. Mutual understanding can deepen plans. Home and family, fun, optimistic. However, just watch for exaggerated promises. Watch for a tendency to convince someone that your way is best. Mercury is in your area of shared resources. This indicates an extended exploration of the deeper layers of your relationship, as well as psychological and financial details. And then the Saturn Sun square is in your relationship sector, and that indicates that domestic responsibilities can pressure a partner or sharply define relationship goals. So are you trying to control them? Are you trying to fix, manage, and control? It's a question to be asked. Venus, aspects to Venus is also, they're also in your area of relationship. This increases love. It increases cooperation and commitment, mutual happiness, faith for the future, hope for the future can also increase. You just watch for slight imbalances based on ungrounded expectations. Sagittarius, Mercury, aspects to Mercury in your area of daily routine. This offers solutions or corrections involving work or health. So what you need to know can emerge along with a surge of enthusiasm for what you'll be doing next, but pace yourself. You can say yes too much or get carried away with certain fixes. More is not always better. Mercury's moving into your relationship area. That activates several one-on-one discussions that will continue for this extended time due to the retrograde, because it goes and then it moves back. And then, so it's there, it's going to be there for all of us longer than ever than normal. Extended, additional details about a relationship or your partner's goals can emerge. And then Saturn square the sun is in your area of routine. This reminds you of certain obligations, both to yourself and others. The pressure to be disciplined or productive can be quite heavy and can feel unfair like under this placement. And then you also have aspects to Venus in the same area of daily routine. So that offers moments of happiness, relief to solutions, or offers of assistance that can make things brighter. You may also decide that it's time to give extra. Generosity is great. You just want to temper your expectations. This needs to be no strings the way you're generous. In some cases, there can be a temporary urge to slack off or to overindulge. Just be mindful of that, watch that, meditate. Venus's move into your partnership area, it draws your attention to various imbalances in relationships, wherever they may be. There might be also multiple attractions and quick flirtations under this. Capricorn, Mercury, including this very intense trine to Pluto in retrograde in your sign, it's heavy. I mean, just major transformation. This is in your sector of self-expression. This enhances your creative flair, your charm, your ability to get your message across and communicate. Burst of optimism can push you to speak out and to push you to say more than expected. Exaggerations can be harmless, fun, or annoying. So you just want to be careful of that. Mercury is going into your sector of routine. It draws your attention to various responsibilities, flaws, or health issues. You'll uncover multiple errors and solutions in the process. This is going to get extended with that Mercury retrograde later in the month. Saturn square the sun is in your area of self-expression. Also, this reminds you what you want to create. It requires work and focus. So take your goals seriously, not hard to do for Capricorn, and stay within your financial limits. Also not hard to do, but it's just be very mindful of that. You have Venus, including this Pluto retrograde trine. This suggests compelling new attraction, creative work, overall sense of happiness and confidence. It can feel good to be you as you celebrate what makes you unique. This is a good week. A lot opening up. Just keep an eye on tendency to overindulge in every way, in any way, including overspending. Venus is in your area of routine. This presents options for self-care and ways to assist another. You may find it harder to focus on top priorities, which is not very Capricornian, but just don't get distracted by new but ultimately insubstantial developments, like just in work or health. Like these are fleeting. Aquarius, you have Mercury aspected in your domestic area, including this square to Jupiter. This can enhance family conversations, enable research into the past. It can improve overall mood. Plans for home business, this can grow. Maintain your perspective when you sense that an issue is getting bigger. Not all discussions or ideas need to push the limit, basically. And Mercury moving into your area of self-expression, it's very good for creativity, fun, and flirtation. There also can be multiple messages that distract you and make you smile. That's nice. Saturn in your sign is square to the sun in your domestic area. That reminds you that ongoing responsibilities and limits can't be ignored. A specific family issue can take precedence as you attempt to exert authority. You may feel especially trapped by circumstances at home, but just consider how domestic goals are being redefined. And then you have aspects to Venus also in your domestic area. That suggests moments of love, happiness, quiet pleasure at home. This can be about taking satisfaction in what you've built for yourself. This can also be big purchases. Venus is moving into your area of self-expression. So this can be bursts of creativity, light flirtations, general sense of fun as you distract yourself from heavier matters. And then Pisces, finally, you have Mercury in your communication area. This increases your focus, your ability to impact others with your words, hidden bursts of inspiration or faith. This can push you to make big promises or big claims. Just make sure you can deliver on these and watch your expectations. Mercury moves into your domestic area. This kicks off an extended period of family discussions, looking into the past, negotiations regarding buying, renting, selling a home. And then the Saturn Sun square in your communication area, it reminds you of what you can and cannot say. So background fears or guilt, this can trigger some conversational or mental blocks. It's great to meditate and to write, do like morning pages, all throughout the day pages in terms of like, what is the blocked energy communication wise that is within me? And how do I just like be as honest as possible with your notebook? Say everything, and then it kind of loosens up that block. You also have aspects to Venus in your communication area. This suggests good news, reasons for hope, messages that are charming and convincing. Your ability to create what you want and communicate what you want can increase. Just watch for expectations or expressions of affection that are not grounded in reality. Venus is in your domestic area, encourages you to be more flexible when it comes to family, business, home business, happiness at home, family relationships. There's more than one way to get what you want is sort of the takeaway. So this is your update. I am as ever grateful to Natalie Gilchrist, whose mathematics, art, astrological magic is entirely the basis for this report. She's amazing. My mentors, Diana Brown and Remington Donovan. I am Lauren Dalvia. I can be found at benimudra.com for spiritual teaching, natal chart readings, and soul astrology. I do life purpose and soul mission readings. I can also be found on Instagram at Lauren, LAUREN _Dalvia, DALVIA. And I thank you so much. And I wish you a beautiful week.